What's up, boys? I'm still a little bit ill today. Starting to get my jazz back. You know, I'm starting to get a little bit more life in me. I've still got a horrendous cough though, so my throat is fucked. And I've got that like weird, like kind of ill but not really feeling in my head. I'll be okay, I'll live. Today I want to talk about becoming Mr. Dependable. What does dependable mean? I don't know, let's Google it. Dependable. Trustworthy and reliable. So Mr. Dependable, he is a reliable, trustworthy man. That's exactly who I want to be. I want to be the guy that if someone's in a crisis of some sort, the first person they think to call is Mr. Dependable. Me, your boy. How do I become Mr. Dependable? It means I have to be a jack of all trades, and it also means I need to be a master of those trades. In other words, I need to just be a fucking legend. A lot of people nowadays look up to the wrong type of influencer, in my opinion. Now, this isn't a dig at those people, you know. People have very different paths in life. A lot of different things intrinsically motivate people. If you are someone following an influencer and you're looking up to someone like, for example, Dan Blizzarian, maybe even somewhat Andrew Tate is somewhat. He is very guilty of this, but Andrew Tate's a G. I'll allow it. These people who strive for very materialistic lives, I feel like striving for fast cars and lots of women is a sure as fuck way to decay spiritually at a rapid rate. I think a lot of people have a lot of untapped power in terms of spirituality. I think I'm guilty of this too. Obviously, I came from a very rough place. A lot of my time I spent disassociating from that rough place, and so therefore my spirituality is rough. I've been thinking about and trying to level up my sort of spirituality over the last few months. And again, one thing I've realized is like a sure as fuck way to just completely fuck yourself in terms of spirituality is just driving for these like material goods and like, you know, lots of women like, oh yeah, I fuck loads. Who cares? I don't care, you know? That doesn't interest me at all. I don't think it's masculine to have the strive to want to fuck loads of women. I feel like it's a lot more masculine to commit yourself to one woman and to provide her with love, security, whatever she needs, and to raise the children in an appropriate manner. Raise beautiful daughters, raise hardworking sons. I feel like that's 2 trillion times more fulfilling than owning a Lamborghini and having 7 girlfriends. And I also feel like that's a lot more masculine. You can disagree if you'd like, that's totally fine. We don't have to agree on everything. A lot of people don't understand this. Like, I still love Andrew Tate. I think Andrew Tate's a fucking G. I think he's spot on with a lot of the stuff he says. I don't agree with him on this, and that's totally fine. We can live our lives in different ways, you know? We can find our own path in life. But for me personally, I think spiritual fulfillment is quite high on the hierarchy. Now, with that being said, going back to Mr. Dependable, a part of being dependable is actually having money. So don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not sat here saying, guys, stay brokies. It's fine. Just be brokies. Don't worry about your money. Because a part of providing security and a future for your family and to your loved ones and being Mr. Dependable is to actually be able to spend some fucking cash, be dependable. What I'm saying is, though, that the end goal of that money is not so you can have lots of money and fuck lots of women and have cool cars. It's so you can actually spend it in a spiritually fulfilling way. I've never really been sure of what I'm doing in my life, what fulfills me, what my purpose is. I've had like a very drastic shift of quite a lot of my ideals in the last few months, and one of which is just leaning a lot more into family. Forever, I was unsure and impartial if I wanted kids. And I also didn't want to get married because like, oh, marriage is cookie, fuck marriage. It favors the women. She'll take off with half your shit. I've done a complete 180 on those things. I would love to get married, and I'd also love to have kids when I'm ready, of course, you know, when I'm ready to provide for them, when I have worked through my own issues and trauma so I can raise them without inflicting my problems onto them. But the idea of having kids really excites me. I can't think of much more fulfilling than raising a young Sam and raising him the right way, you know? I think that'd be awesome. With a beautiful feminine woman. That sounds 10 out of 10. That sounds way more fulfilling than owning a Lamborghini and fucking 20 women a week. And I don't care. So I feel like I found a purpose in my life, which is to grow a beautiful relationship with a beautiful feminine woman and to raise a family with her. That seems like an amazing purpose. I feel like that's a purpose on like a deeper level though, because if you guys have read The Way of the Superior Man, you'll know that purpose has like layers. It's like an onion. Onions have layers, guys. So you gotta peel off the layers before you reach like your whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Like your fuck off purpose. Your like real fuck off purpose, you know? I feel like the raising of a family and that stuff is like probably on a deeper layer of purpose. I feel like to get there, I still have a lot of growth to do. I still have a lot of healing to do. So I need like a more surface level purpose on the onion layers to work towards, if that makes sense. Right now, funnily enough, despite what I say, my main focus in my life is to develop income, is to develop independence. I want to move out of my house. I want to get my own place. I want to get a car. I want freedom. I want to be able to, do whatever I want whenever I want. So that's my focus. I'm grinding away, trying to make some money. I thought I'd just share that sort of idea with you guys, like the Mr. Dependable, and the idea that these influencers that so many young men look up to, like, oh, Dan Blazarian is on a yacht with 20 fucking hoes. He's living the best life. I wish I was him. Personally, that doesn't do it for me. And I feel like that lifestyle will lead to just decay. To each their own. That's not for me. And I'm here to tell you that if you don't feel that way, if you're not feeling like, the whole harem of women, 20 hoes, fucking 20 hoes a week, if that doesn't appeal to you, don't fucking worry about it, bro. I had this sort of problem in Thailand where I was growing insecure in my masculinity because that wasn't appealing to me, and the men around me found it a lot more appealing. And I'm here to tell you that's totally fine. It doesn't have to appeal to you. It doesn't make you any less of a man. In my opinion, it would actually make you more of a grown-up, sensible, responsible man. This shit's very normalized. This casual sex shit is very soulless, spiritual decay bullshit. It's all very normalized, and I'm here to tell you, fuck that shit. Go against the norm. Do you, man. Raise a beautiful traditional family. Commit yourself to one beautiful, worthy woman, and live a beautiful, fulfilling, happy life. Whatever fulfilling looks like to you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.